Hey, Tiffany. Are you there? I was just wondering about how things are going with you and Thomas. Are you two getting along well?
Well, I mean, we're not doing horribly or anything like that, but we don't really have all that much in our house for a kid to play with, you know? I mean, at least I have some toys that your sister dropped off with his bag, but it's not much.
Oh, great. Well, then, it sounds like you're going to be able to make it through the week just fine, then. Is that right?
Actually, it seems like she really didn't pack him enough clothes to last through the week now that I'm looking. Do you think that I should go out and get Thomas some more clothing since he'll be here so long?
I mean, if you don't think that he has enough clothes, then yeah. Probably best to go out and get him a little something. Just make sure you take him to the store with you.
Yeah, of course. I wasn't going to just leave a kid at home all alone or anything like that.
I really am sorry that you have to be doing all of this right now. I know that my sister asked you really last minute to look after him.
It's okay. I mean, I have to say that I was just a little bit of surprise. I mean, I don't think I even remember hearing that your sister was pregnant to begin with, so that was really shocking.
Yeah, well, you know that my sister moved overseas recently, right? But I guess she just wanted to come back and celebrate it a little with family. And I guess I just completely forgot to tell you all about that. So, yeah. Sorry this kind of just fell on your lap.
Again, you really don't need to worry about anything at all. Although, I guess it would be kind of weird if I try to reach out and congratulate her now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think you have to say anything to her at all. I'll just tell her that I forgot to mention it to you the next time that I see her.
Oh yes, please do that. I really do feel bad for not being able to have sent something sooner. And to think that she came all the way here for her family, only to get called away by work right away.
I know, it really is tough for her, but it's always been this way with her work, always making her run all over the place.
But are you really sure that it's a good idea for me to be watching her kid? I mean, Thomas is still only 2 years old, and you know that I've never really seen her taking care of an infant like this.
What are you talking about? You're gonna be just fine. You're doing great already.
I guess, but I just feel a little nervous taking care of a kid like this. It's a bit scary. I would just hate to screw up, and I'm always so nervous that I'll do something wrong.
Well, I don't think that there's any need to be so tense about this kind of stuff. I mean, the kid is your nephew, you know. So I think you should be happy to spend so much time with him.
I guess I am, but I just didn't think that I'd be having to do so much work.
I know. I do wish that my sister would have just gone to our mom instead. But you know how far away they live. It was much easier for her to ask us. In fact, we were really the only people she could go to.
I guess, but I'm only going to be doing this for a week, okay? I mean, you know that I work from home, and Thomas is that age where I really can't take my eyes off him for even a second.
I know. And I'm really grateful for you doing this. I'll try and be home as soon as I can after work, okay?
Can you really even promise me that, though? I mean, it seems to me like you've been coming home late every day for a while now.
I know, but it's just... Well, you have to believe that I'm trying to end things as quickly as I can to get home.
Of course, I'm sure that you're doing all that you can. Anyways, tonight after dinner, I'm going to put Thomas down for bed, and then I really need to get some work done.
Okay, great. And after I get home, you just let me handle the cleaning and everything else around the house. You can just do your work.
Great. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Anyways, I'm going to take Thomas out shopping now. Oh, and please do me a favor and ask your sister if Thomas has any kinds of allergies or anything like that which we should know about.
Okay, sure thing. I'll try and have an answer for you before you get dinner ready. But I hope that you two have fun shopping.
Hey, Zach, are you there? I was just wanting to say that it's been a week since we took Thomas in.
Oh, wow. Has it really already been a week? Wow. Time really flies, doesn't it?
I guess, but, well, you said that I wouldn't have to do this for more than a week, so could you just please call your sister?
Yeah, I guess I can do that. Actually, she just sent me a message not that long ago.
Sure. Oh, really? Did she actually? Well, what did she say? Did she say that she's coming to get Thomas?
Oh, she didn't quite say that. She said that she was hoping that we could just hold on to him for just a little while longer, actually.
Thomas? Hold on a second. She wants to leave Thomas for us just even longer? Just how much longer are we taking here?
I don't know. She was asking if it would be okay to leave him with us for, like, another 10 days or so.
Here. I'm sorry, but if your sister thinks that we're going to hold on to Thomas for another 10 days, then we really need to talk to her. Please tell her that I can't take any more time off of work and I need her to take Thomas.
Oh, come on. I'm sure that we could make this work for us, right? It's just one more mouth to feed. He's just a little guy.
Miss. 1 week was already plenty hard for me. Thank you very much. So, if you're asking me to do another 10 days after I've already done 7, well, I just don't think that's going to work out well. Besides, I have plans and things that I need to be present for. I can't be watching a kid all the time.
Tiffany, please. I'm begging you here. This is my sister that we're talking about. I mean, this is our nephew, for crying out loud. Don't you think that families should be helping each other out in their time of need?
Of course, I think that families should help each other out, and that's what we've been doing for the past week now. But why can't you just go and ask your parents to take over sitting Thomas or something?
We already talked about why that wouldn't be such a good idea, remember? Besides, it's only 10 days. It's gonna be just fine. This is family that we're talking about, and I really think that you need to lighten up a little about all of this. Don't tell me that you don't like little Thomas.
Of course, it's not that. I think he's a really cute and sweet kid, but...
Well, then it sounds to me like it's all decided. We'll hold on to Thomas for 10 more days, and that's that. Right?
Now, hold on just 1 second there. What time do you think you're going to be getting home today?
Well, I certainly won't be able to leave anytime too soon. I still have a lot of work that I need to get done here.
You know, all of last week you told me that you were going to try your best to come home early, and not one time for that entire week did you actually get home early and help me to take care of Thomas. So I think that you're going to have to step up just a little more if you're going to have to insist that this happens.
Well, I don't really know what you want me to say to that. I mean, work is work, and I can't really do much about it.
Well, I have work too, and I'm still finding ways to be able to take care of Thomas, so there.
Okay, sure. But you get to work at home. So I don't really think that you're being fair to me and my circumstances at all right now.
Fair. But you're the one who keeps lying to me about coming home early, so how is that fair to me?
How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? I told you that I have work to do, and that's why I can't go home. I have to go into a real office and do real work for a real company. Do you understand that? Of course you don't. You just get to chill out at home while you do your job all day.
Please don't talk to me that way, Zach. I think you know that you're not being fair at all to me right now.
Well, I wouldn't have to talk to you like this if you weren't so persistent and whining about this. Now, you do know that I'll be leaving on a business trip next week, right?
Okay then, what's going to happen to Thomas and I after you leave for that then?
What do you mean? You'll still be around to take care of him, won't you? I don't really see what the problem is.
The problem is that you seem to think it's okay to put all the work of looking after Thomas on my shoulders.
I'm not putting anything on anyone's shoulders at all. Thank you very much. I'm just saying that I think you need to be more of a team player. Just think of this as practice for when we have kids in the future, right? I don't get why you have to have such a nasty attitude about this. Since when do you suddenly hate kids? Where's all of this even coming from?
What are you talking about, Zach? Of course I don't hate kids or anything like that at all. You know that it's not the kid himself that's the issue here. The issue is that I'm being made to do all the work of taking care of him. I think you're letting your sister ask a lot from me, and you're not doing anything to help me out when I'm asking for it.
You know, women like you probably shouldn't even have children to begin with. You'll just end up screwing them up in the end anyway.
Excuse me? And just what is the world that's supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that I'm not telling you to watch Thomas grow up for the rest of his life, but I am asking you to watch him for one more tiny little week. If you can't even handle that, do you really think that you're going to be suited to be a mother in the future?
I don't know what to say to that. I can't believe that you would even make that kind of analogy about me.
Well, look, all I'm saying is that I also do wish that I could be there and help you take care of Thomas. I really do. But since I have work to do, you'll just have to do things on your own for now.
I really can't put up with this for a moment longer, but anyways, Thomas is starting to look sleepy, so I'm putting him to bed.
Put him to bed? See? That's your issue. You need to be taking care of him like a proper parent, not just putting him away where you can't see him.
What do you know about that Thomas needs anyways? You haven't been here once to do anything for him.
There you go again, trying to bite my head off for only making one tiny little comment. I told you that I would try and get home early when I can, but that you'll just have to watch Thomas until then. Oh, and by the way, my sister is very grateful for you watching Thomas.
Okay, fine, whatever, but I'm only going to be watching him for the next few days. Then, after that, no more.
Of course, I'll make sure and tell my sister that much so that she doesn't try asking you again. And I promise that I'll try and get back home as soon as I can.
Hey, Alina, are you there? I know it's been a while since we spoke, but I just wanted to talk to you for a little bit. Oh, wow, Tiffany. It has really been forever since the two of us last spoke. How are you doing? How's life? Are you doing well? Well, yes, things are doing well, but I was just wondering, what country are you even in right now? Oh, you mean that you haven't heard anything from my brother? My husband actually finished his work abroad and we're both living in the States again. Well, yes, I had heard that you two were going to be coming back, but I also heard that you had to go abroad again. Wasn't there another business trip or something that you two both had to leave for? Sorry, you're asking me if we're out of the country on another business trip right now? Please don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about, Lena. I'll just cut straight to the chase. When do you think you're going to be able to come and pick up your child? I've been watching him for over a month now. I understand that you're busy and I can respect that. But I think it's high time that you come and pick up your son from me, okay? I'm really sorry, Tiffany, but I think you must be confused right now. I mean, my husband and I don't have any kids. I certainly don't have any children anyways. Wait, what? What do you mean you don't have any kids? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something like that? No, it's no joke. I mean, I'm sorry, but if anything, you're the one being a little mean right now. Didn't you know that I'm going under fertility treatment right now? Wait a second, so then, you really haven't had any children at all? Are you serious? I'm very serious. I have no children at all, and if I did have children, I would probably be bringing them along when we did travel. That's what I had always thought of myself as well, but anyways, what is this business about kids that you're talking about? You want me to go and pick someone up? No, I've been taking care of this kid named Thomas for the past month, but the reason because Zach told me he was your kid. I thought this 2-year-old boy was yours. Well, I am again really, really sorry to say this to you, but there's just no way at all that the kid could be mine. Besides, if this kid is supposed to be 2 years old, then, well, I know the last time we saw each other was about 3 years ago, but even so, my mom would say something to you, right? Yeah, I suppose that you're right about that, but I'm the one that should be apologizing. I guess that Zach was just lying to me this whole time. I really don't know what else to say about the matter. And where's Zach right now? Is he still at work or something like that? Actually, he told me that he had to go away to some kind of business trip and won't be back home for a couple more days. So that's why I've been watching little Thomas all by myself and getting so stressed. I think that he's hiding something. In fact, knowing my brother, I'm practically positive that he is. Oh, Elena, I really am so sorry for getting you wrapped up in all of this. I know that we haven't talked in a long time, and I really didn't mean to try and pick a fight with you right after getting the get-to. You didn't do anything wrong at all. It was my brother who told you that this Thomas kid was yours, and of course you had every single reason to believe him. But, you know, when I did tell Zach that I was coming back, the first thing he did ask was about when my husband's next business trip would be. Wait, really? But why would he want to know something like that? And most of the time when my husband has trips like this, he goes abroad all on his own. Like, he's away right now, but I'm still here. In fact, I thought it was weird that I hadn't seen you or Zach in so long, so I was actually thinking of inviting the both of you out. I even brought it up with my brother at some point, but he shut it down almost as soon as I ever said anything. He said he was been too busy to even meet. You know what? I've actually had the feeling that this whole time Zach has been trying to keep me from talking to you as well. Well, then I think that we might really be onto something, because obviously there shouldn't be any reason why you couldn't talk to me. But I just wonder why my brother would lie to you about me having children. I don't know, but he must be hiding something, and Thomas certainly has something to do with it. I'm really sorry to ask, but do you think you could put up with looking after Thomas for just a little longer while we get to the bottom of this? I suppose at this point it wouldn't really hurt to keep watching him for a couple more days. I know that this is a big ask from you at this point, but I think that we just need a little more time before we make any decision on how to act. I'll ask my husband to help me to look into this.
I just wanted to let you know that I talked to my sister, and she said she could take Thomas back from tomorrow. So just tell him to pack up all of his things and be ready to head out tomorrow morning. Okay?
Yeah, sure, got it. I'll go ahead and tell him to do that.
Oh, come on. What is it now? Don't tell me that you actually think that you're going to miss having him around after all this time.
Well, I've been taking care of him for some time other than like a whole month now. Isn't it only natural that that would happen?
Well, what do you think about trying to make a kid with me then?
Yeah, no, that's okay. I don't think that you and I really need to do that at all.
Wait, what? But why not? What's the matter with you? I thought you said you were going to miss the kid, but now what? You're too tired to deal with another?
Oh no, the problem isn't with having a kid. It's with having your kid. Do you understand now?
I don't really get what you're saying. Are you still upset because I asked you to look after Thomas for all this time?
It's not just that. It's because you lied to me about him being your sister's kid in the first place. I know that he's the kid of your mistress and that your so-called business trip was just an excuse to get away with her. Do you have any idea how crushing it was to learn just about all the ways that you have been betraying me? I mean, really. But anyways, I'm going to be returning Thomas to his father, not you.
You mean his real dad?
That's right. I'm talking about the husband of the woman that you've been sleeping around with. So don't even bother coming home because you and I are through. Do you understand?
Wait a second. You can't just say that we're through. That's not something that you can just decide for yourself. And you're really gonna tell me that I won't be allowed back home?
Dan? Well, of course. I mean, you do realize that I'm talking about getting a divorce from you, right?
Okay, let's just slow down here. I don't think there's any need to go and do something like that. I'm really sorry, so please stop all this silly talk about divorce.
Right? Why? I mean, your mistress is going to be a single mother too, so you had better go and be with her. You seem to prefer her over me anyways.
Oh, come on. It's not like that at all. You have to believe me when I say that I still really, really love you.
Anyways, just how many times have you gone and go see this woman? How long have you two been together? It doesn't sound like any sort of thing to me.
But, I mean, please, we're just friends. There's nothing serious between us at all.
Oh, really? Because I thought it was pretty serious the way that you had me watch her child so you could go on a vacation with this woman. And something tells me that you two didn't go separate rooms, just went to see the sights. You've been lying to me this entire time, and don't deny it either. I called your office and they confirmed that you were taking the time off and not on any kind of business trip. I know about it all, and you should know that your sister came to me with all of this.
My sister did? But why would she go to you about all of this stuff?
I actually approached her first since it had been over a month since I took care of who I thought was her child. But then she told me that she didn't even have kids and can't have them since she's undergoing a fertility treatment to be able to.
Oh, really? I had no idea about that.
Ugh, I'm just so done with you. Do you know that? Just don't talk to me at all. Go out and find a lawyer instead, because I'm gonna have mine the next time I message you. After that, Zach came back to the house crying for me to forgive him. But little did he know that his sister, her husband, and his parents were all waiting there for him. Too scared and embarrassed to run away, Zach sat there and was lectured by every single member of his family, asking what he was thinking doing what he did. In the end, Zach agreed to the divorce without putting up a fight. Of course I sued him and his mistress for the affair. I heard that the mistress also lost her husband and child was forced to pay out a huge amount of alimony and child support. I packed up my things and decided to move closer to my parents while finding my footing again in life. If I never heard from Zach again, then that suits me just fine. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.